Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Trading Commodity Futures using binary options, presented by myself, Phil Carr, and Nick Housey at thegoldensilverclub.com. Today, guys, during the live session, we will do a review of the commodity markets this week. We will look at the top trades of the week on gold, silver, and oil. We'll look at live technical analysis and trading. We'll be seeing if there's any highly profitable trade setups this evening too. And as well as that, we'll, of course, be going through this evening, having a look at trading commodities using binary options. So we'll be looking at paying a lot of attention to gas, oil, and also natural gas, oil, and gold too. So the main reason we trade commodities, well, commodities have simply made us the most money in the fastest time. You can make money regardless of whether the price of commodities move up, down, or sideways. You can make money from a low deposit. All the profit you make is 100% tax-free. And you can make money literally at any time from anywhere in the world that suits you. So I'm Phil Carr, professional trader, trainer, and speaker. Also the co-founder and the director of the Gold and Silver Club. I specialize in teaching people how to make money from trading the most lucrative financial markets in the world, gold, silver, oil, and the commodity currencies. I've trained thousands of individuals to become independent traders and successfully manage their own investment portfolio, and also responsible for the research and development of the Gold and Silver Club trademark strategies to have a proven track record of generating returns for traders. Also a regular contributor to a number of financial publications and speaker at numerous trading seminars, webinars, and workshops. Joining me at the Gold and Silver Club is Nick Housey, a professional trader, investment analyst, and speaker. Nick began his career within private wealth management in 2002 before making the transition into proprietary trading. Prior to co-founding the Gold and Silver Club, spent over 5 years coaching professional fund managers and traders internationally for some of the world's top-tier hedge funds and investment banks. Through his first-hand relationship with some of the world's most successful traders, discovered the formula, mindset, and tools that give any individual the definitive edge to trade in any economy, and also regularly writes for a number of global business and financial publications, and we've appeared frequently on financial television. Okay, so we're just going to move across and let's have a look at the price of gold at the moment. So gold currently looking very interesting, trading at $1,347 an ounce. So we did have a spike up today. We've actually, at the moment, we've cleared above an important 50-day moving average where the price is right now. We'll take a look at that shortly because we've had some interesting moves. And also very noteworthy is the US dollar index. So the US dollar index has actually been breaking down this week. It certainly helped to give gold and silver a bit of a boost, as well as some of the other commodity currencies, Australian US dollar and New Zealand US dollar to the upside. So we'll definitely take a look at that. So US dollar index moving into tomorrow and into next week, it's coming to a very critical level. This 79 level on the US dollar index, if that was to get broken, we could certainly see some spikes to the upside in both gold and silver. So if we do get a continuation and US dollar index breaks down lower, we could definitely see that put some pressure on the upside, pressure on the US dollar index, and some upward pressure on gold and silver. So we'll be looking at that very, very carefully. And do join us tomorrow also for Commodities Corner. So that's going to be at 12:30 London time tomorrow. So make sure you join us for that as well. We'll be updating you on the action with gold and silver too. So one point we want to have a look at right now is gold seasonality. So where are we now in terms of gold seasonality? So we're just going to look at the 32-year chart. So as we've been discussing on the weekly Commodity Corner, what we do typically see during the month of October is a downtrend. This really started from the beginning of October when China were away on holiday out of the financial markets for 1 week. And during that period, we didn't see any buying over the usual Asia Pacific session, and that really sparked the downtrend that we've recently seen from September highs of 1433 all the way down to recent lows just below 1253 recently. So over 2,000, almost a 2,000 pip move to the downside from the end of September to beginning of October. So we are at a point here where we do typically expect a bit of a lift towards the end of October. So we want to see if that follows through tomorrow. We could see some more weakness going into the right at the end of October, beginning of November, moving into later on next week. And if we were going to bottom out, we usually do over about mid-November before we get the Santa rally. We're going to be doing webinar. Also, watch out for covering the Santa rally in November, so do look out for that as well. So typically we do get that from mid-November, and from Thanksgiving onwards, which is the 28th of November, we then see a rally back towards the end of the year on certainly on gold, and we'll be covering that in full detail with you guys. Also, so where we are at the moment, let's also take a look at oil as well. So factors that affect crude oil. So crude oil has just been amazing for day trade recently. There's been so many opportunities to continue selling short WTI and Brent at the moment. So we'll talk you through those shortly. Crude oil inventories gives you a very regular trading opportunity, because every single Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. GMT, the Energy Information Administration provides crude oil inventories measuring the weekly change in the number of barrels of commercial crude oil held by U.S. firms. That level of inventories influences the price of petroleum products, which can have a significant impact on inflation and the prices. So we did see that have a big impact yesterday. So here's the inventories from yesterday. So they predicted 2.938 million barrels of crude oil inventories, and the actual amount was 5.246 million, which was quite a large surplus. So almost double the amount that they predicted was in inventories. And with that, this is what we saw. So this is just a screenshot from yesterday. In fact, we've continued a little bit lower over the course of today, not quite broken 106.80 yet. But so on this news that we had a huge surplus of oil, we did see that immediately cause weakness in Brent and in Brent crude oil, and there was a huge opportunity to benefit from that news when we sold off. So, and very simply, you could take on binary.com just a lower trade for the price to end lower over the course of the day, which it certainly did. So in terms of major news which does affect the oil market, here's a list of the top 10 largest oil producers in the world. So oil is affected a lot by geopolitical news. So these are the top list of the top largest oil producers in the world, which do definitely affect the oil market. So any news coming out of these countries: Russia, Saudi Arabia, United States, Iran, China, Canada, Iraq, United Arab Emirates, Mexico, Kuwait, all have an impact on oil because they're huge producers, particularly the first five there: Russia, Saudi Arabia, United States, Iran, China, and Canada actually as well, all have a large impact. So any major news coming out of those countries does have an impact on oil. Also, just going to take a look at natural gas. So with natural gas, there are some very clear factors which do affect the natural gas market. Natural gas prices are very closely aligned with those of crude oil as well. Over the past few years, natural gas prices have been on an uptrend with crude oil prices, and we see those, both of them driven by the US economy. So the state of the US economy is certainly true of WTI crude oil as well. The US West Texas Intermediate crude oil, the state of the US economy in general can have a considerable effect on the demand for natural gas, particularly from the industrial sector. So when the economy is expanding, output from the industrial sector is generally increasing at a similar rate. When the economy is in recession, output from the industrial sector tends to drop. Other factors which do affect natural gas are weather. Natural gas demand typically peak during the coldest months of the year and taper off during the warmer months. That's what we typically see as a cycle. So the weather during any particular season, of course, can affect the cyclical demand for natural gas. The colder the weather during the winter, the more pronounced will be the peak, and you'll see natural gas prices tend to increase. And of course, it is driven by seasonality heavily too. So if we take a look at the natural gas, this is the 17-year seasonal chart. You can see here the overall seasonality that we do tend to get, and we have seen a bit of a pullback in during the month of October. I'll show you very shortly on my chart, which then we often see the peaks coming to November, so and across September on October. So we'll take a look at natural gas very shortly too on our charts and see if there's any potential trade setups. And there is also a very regular occurrence every week on natural gas, and that regular occurrence is a natural gas storage report. So you definitely, if you are trading natural gas, there is an opportunity like with the commodities. It's great because you have scheduled news every week, which provides you with an opportunity to trade these breakouts. So every Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time or 3:30 p.m. GMT, the Energy Information Administration produces a gas storage report every Thursday. The data measures the change in the number of cubic feet of natural gas held in underground storage during the previous week. So while this is a US indicator, it does tend to have also a big impact on USD Canadian dollar due to Canada's sizable energy sector. So that's important, again, because the CAD is correlated to gold and oil prices. So those are some real good facts about gold, oil, and natural gas. We will be taking a look at those at the moment and seeing if there are any setups that we can take. Certainly, Brent is looking good at the moment, so there might be a setup we can take on there. Just going to go through the top trades of the last week, so just give you an idea of some of the trade setups we've had. This is going into just about 10 days ago on gold. We had a nice opportunity for a full trade when we broke down. We had a continuation, as you often see in October. You know, we had this downtrend. We got a break, nice sell signal here with a nice inverse hammer on the daily time frame. Came up to a level of resistance here at 1276. Couldn't break it, and we had a nice move down to 1253. So that was just a nice entry, 1269. Price to fall lower, and that's just been nice and profitable just over a daily trade. We then had silver breaking down as well. So silver breakdown from a key Fibonacci level around the 2155 level, correlating to gold, and then came all the way down over the course of 2 days and hit the next Fibonacci level below at 2083. So that was just a sell entry at 2149, and we very quickly came down again just for the price to be lower. So using our rise full trades, a full trade there. We had WTI and WTI. So you can see here on the chart, I'm going to show you my chart shortly, where we kept on testing the 101 level for quite some time on WTI. And what you'll tend to get is when you keep testing a level, a lot of times, it's like throwing a stone across a pond. It will have big bounces, smaller bounces, trickling of bounces, and then it will just pop and go down. And that's definitely what we saw on WTI. You can see the bounces were getting smaller and smaller, lower highs, the same support level, and then we've broken through. We've had a huge move now. We've almost moved around 500 pips now since the breakdown. So a $5 move, a lot of money to be made shorting, or has been made, certainly by ourselves, shorting WTI as it had this fall. So this level here was 102.57. I mean, we're currently at 97.14, but we spiked down to 95, about 90, just under 96 actually today. So about 650 pip move since this this move about 10 days ago or so. So having a look at this particular full trade, that was just the price to be lower. And gold here, this is a breakout actually we got as well just about 10 days ago. And we entered the market on this breakout just at the 1295 level. And you can see here where it was just a trade just in order to trade the breakout there from the 1295 level. And we've come up there, we've hit again a nice key Fibonacci level at 1321. So for this particular trade, we bottomed out at 1252. We hit that support level, and we then just again had a rise trade for the price to be higher on gold. And finally, Brent crude oil. This is where we came up to that same level of resistance again around the 111 level, which has provided resistance again yesterday, this week as well, where we spiked up to that level, couldn't break it. Then we had a really nice opportunity to sell short on a nice strong inverse hammer candle. We come down again to a level of support. So that was just a sell trade looking for the price to finish lower than 110.29, which it did. Okay, so those are some of the top trades we've taken over the last 10 days or so on binary.com using the rise and fall trades. So again, just to go through that, the rise and fall trades on binary.com, if you select rises, you win the payout if the market exit price is strictly higher than the entry price. And if you select falls, you win the payout if the market exit price is strictly lower than the entry price. So those are the two types of trade types that we're going to be looking at today, the rise and fall trades. So with that, guys, I'm going to move it across to my screens, and we'll just do some live market analysis, and we'll see if we've got any setups on the commodities right now. So I'm just going to flip this onto my other screen. Okay, you should be able to see my screen now. Yep. Okay, fantastic. Great. So first of all, I've just got lined up here. You've got this is to the left-hand corner. You've got This is WTI oil, which you can see has had a huge move. I'll go into the daily time frame in a second, just on the 4 hour at the moment. We've also got, this is Brent crude oil, which has had some continuing to break down lower at the moment, and also natural gas. So I just wanted to show you quickly the correlations here between these three markets. You can see all of them sold off significantly over the last few days, and you can see this is very typical also of seasonality for this time of year. And just going back to our seasonality chart that we were showing you on gold before as well, we do typically see sell-offs during the month of October. So that's very common to get on commodities for moves like this. So you really want to be able to take advantage of these moves, which any of you who have been on our commodities corner would have hopefully taken advantage of those too. So let's just have a look at some of the daily charts here and see what we can, if there's any trade opportunities. Now, WTI, so this is the level we broke down from that we've been watching. We've really broken down this week. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So from Monday onwards is where the big moves has happened. And we got a nice inside candle set up there actually on last Friday to trade the break just on Monday. And you can see we've come down here a lot of pips, about 445, and that's just been sell trades just for the price to go lower. We've got now a nice doji forming on the daily, which is where the price opens and closes at the same level. So it's obviously got some rejection around the 95.90 level here. So at the moment, WTI, it could, if we find some support there, we'll see on the 4 hour there getting a bit of support. We'll be looking at that trade setup tomorrow. So it might be that on the commodities corner, we have a setup that we can take there tomorrow at 12:30. So if you want to join us then, do feel free to. So that's for WTI tomorrow. So it's not ready at the moment. Brent at the moment, look at that massive inverse hammer on the daily time frame, and that's looking pretty bearish. And we've also closed below a key 200-day moving average here. Closed below it yesterday. There's the big move we got yesterday with the surplus of oil inventories which came out. That's a massive move that we had on the daily time frame. And also today, the next level really we want to break down below if we're going to get a continuation here is going to be around about the 167, 106.80 level actually. And then we're probably going to be in for quite a nice move to the downside. We're just going to take a look at this on the 4 hour as well, because the 4 hour, I believe, has just broken the low of the last candle, which it has done. So it's definitely looking bearish there. It looks like we're just going to get a continuation. So we just flip it into the 1 hour quickly and just see. Yeah, it's just got more inverse hammers there on the 1 hour as well. It's looking, it definitely looks, Brent definitely looks like it wants to go lower from here. We'll come back to that. So that's our best pick right now. Just going to have a look at silver. Silver and gold, they did break out from the weekly highs today. So looking strong, you know, they're finishing strong as well. We can see gold as well has actually managed to, it looks like it's going to close above a key moving average, so 50-day moving average here. So if we do, that's quite important for gold, that moving average. If we close here quite strong around about the daily highs, we could then see some continuation. 1353 is the next key level that we're looking for. And then above that, we're looking for 1364 level as the next key level of resistance. So we'll definitely be having a look to see if we can trade some, take some opportunities there. Actually, we will just going on the 4 hour here. Okay, we will come back and have a look at that as well. And I'm just going to, so gold at the moment, gold is a trade that we're already in from a breakout above the 1342 level at the moment. So it's moving quite well right now. I'm just going to see if we've got any setups. Silver for me is a good one. If you're not, silver has broken past yesterday's high. It broke past also Tuesday's high. We've also closed above the 50-day moving average here. So we will take a trade on silver for this just to continue up here and to come up to the next key level. So it's just going to be on silver, we are going to be looking at a rise trade. So we're going to go to commodities, and this is going to be silver and start time now. We're going to do this over, we want this to close higher by tomorrow, okay? So this is, typically we do see a little bit of additional buying just going into the weekend before the Sunday open for the Asia Pacific market. So we're at a good level now. So I would let's have a look at that in terms of payout there. So we do have a 70% payout there for a rise trade. So for a deposit of $1,472, a payout of $2,500, and I do like that trade, sir. Okay, we're going to take that trade. So it's based, that needs to close tomorrow just above 22.78. So that's the level we need to go above. So I'm going to take that position on silver. Okay, find contract. Contract has been done. Okay, great. And the next, let's continue having a look. We will just keep it to the commodities at the moment, and we'll go over the commodity currencies for you guys tomorrow as well on the commodities corner. So silver and gold both looking strong at the moment, both closing more or less above their daily highs at the moment. We'll just move across to Brent. I do like Brent. It just looks like it's going to continue, and it's going to come down and break through a key level of support low. It's just broken below the previous 4-hour low here. It looks like it wants to go lower. So we're also going to take a trade on Brent here, and you can see what the overall signal is here. You know, we've got a very strong inverse hammer here on the daily as well. Brent can be a lot more choppy than it's one of those sort of trades you want to be in and out quicker on. So we're just going across to oil. So here on oil, we're just looking for the price to finish lower than, let's just get best price, 107.05 at the moment. I do think we're going to get a breakdown, an additional breakdown here at the moment. So we're just going to get the best price here. And we can see for a trade to finish lower, we're getting an 86% payout at the moment. So the deposit, $1,343 on the trade for a payout of $2,500. So we're actually going to do that over, look at the duration here. That is also going to be a one-day trade as well for that to close and just break. It's going to close below the 200 moving average today and just to close lower and look for a breakdown, further breakdown tomorrow. So we are 86% payout on that, and we're going to purchase that contract as well. Okay, excellent. So that has now been executed. So at the moment, we're looking at the silver long position at the moment, which looks good, and the Brent short right now. Those seem to be the best setups we've got right now. Definitely WTI is going to be one to monitor. We will be taking a look. Also, gold looks like it does want to go higher, and it's going to, but we've taken the silver trade, and silver is a bit of a better setup right now. Gold could, based on the 4-hour time frame here, find some rejection around 1353 where it is right now. So that's definitely going to be one that we'll look at tomorrow on Commodities Corner. And also, we just have a look at natural gas too. Just want to take a look at natural gas and see if there's any potential setups. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So we do have a nice Dragonfly Doji there on natural gas. You can see there's been strong rejection there, similar to US oil as well. So similar to WTI oil, where you've got strong rejection. Obviously, some either there's been a lot of profit taking or a lot of buyers are suddenly getting in here in this market. We want to see where the daily candle closes at the moment. I think that could again line up quite nicely for tomorrow if we get confirmation of that. So that's definitely going to be one to watch tomorrow, this Dragonfly Doji here, and to see whether we're going to get a short-term move to the upside based on that move. So definitely those two to watch, but we like oil short and silver long right now. Okay, so and just to go over, let's just bring this up again. For those of you, just to, if you're absolutely new to using binary, just to talk you through what I did there, I just went to start trading, and we want to go to commodities. And very simply, we're looking at the rise fall here, very straightforward way to take your trade. And they offer a good risk to reward, good payout. You've got oil, silver, and gold here, where you can select the durations, which we've just done so on the one-day duration for those to close tomorrow. Also, for those of you, we will cover this tomorrow as well, but for those of you wanting to trade natural gas, it's fantastic because you can now trade that just under the energy sector, and you can go to natural gas index to take any trades on natural gas too. So that's what we'll be looking at on tomorrow's Commodities Corner. Okay, guys, so with that, let's just take it back to the presentation. Okay, good. So again, select rises, you win the payout if the market exit price is, of course, strictly higher than the entry price. And if you select falls, you win the payout if the market exit price is strictly lower than the entry price. And that's the live technical analysis done. For those who are new to binary.com, it's worth taking advantage of this. It's $20, £20 trading credit for yourself to just start you off with your trading. So that's just using bonus code 11121F20. You simply go to binary.com, you select sign up, open real money account, enter that bonus code 1121F20, and you get $20 or £20, depending on your currency, to start off your trading with. So that's worth taking advantage of. And also, for those who do want to take their trading to the next level, would like to find out more about the Gold and Silver Club Masterclass, also our live trading room packages too, and our exclusive Gold and Silver Club community, you can find out more about that just going to our website or www.jointhegoldensilverclub.com. You can contact us on our London, New York, or Johannesburg offices. So London 0207 193 0403, New York is +1 646 828 0403, and our Johannesburg office is +27 11083 8403, or email us at office@thegoldensilverclub.com. Very simply, again, just to fill out a form, it's just jointhegoldensilverclub.com, and that's the form that you would fill in. And do take advantage and subscribe to our newsletter at thegoldensilverclub.com for free weekly gold, silver, oil, and commodity currency news, live market analysis, and prices. Okay, so tomorrow, guys, just as an update. So tomorrow, I know I've mentioned it a couple of times during the webinar, but tomorrow, do if you are available, do join us at 12:30 for the Commodities Corner. We will be doing a rundown of the markets and also looking at the commodity currencies too, as well as looking at all the news, looking at the week ahead, and we'll also be talking through all of our top trades this week too. So if you can, make sure you join us for that. Otherwise, have a great evening, and we will certainly catch you on the next one, and good luck with your trading. Okay, so take care, everybody, and we will see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye.